What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another one. If you are new to the channel, I am Gold Pony. This is Gold Pony Crypto. And so today we are going to be going over exactly what is Tectonic. And the reason I wanted to touch on this one a little bit is because you guys probably saw my recent VVS Finance video. When I was going through VVS Finance, I discovered Particle B's Twitter account, and they were following 4 accounts basically. One of them was Tectonic, and I was thinking to myself, I probably should know this. What is Tectonic? Why don't I know this? And there's a reason, because they literally just came out. But anyways, nonetheless, in this video, we will be going over what exactly Tectonic is, everything about the tokenomics of TONIC, which is their native token. Also going to be going over how you can actually score a Tectonic or TONIC airdrop, which is coming up very, very soon. I'm going to go over all those details for you, and ultimately, I'm going to give you my overall opinion. So having said all that, what do you guys say? Let's just go ahead and get started with what Tectonic actually is. And so to put in simplest form, Tectonic is an automated money market built on the Cronos blockchain. Of course, with the token symbol being TONIC. Essentially allows users to act as liquidity suppliers and borrowers. So it's a lending platform on Cronos, and so that sounded familiar to me, so I started digging a little bit deeper into it. I was like, this sounds a heck of a lot like one of 2 tokens that I am familiar with, being Compound and Aave, both built on Ethereum, of course. So then I went to their website, I pulled up their white paper. What their white paper says, literally in the second paragraph, they start to reference Compound, which essentially is the protocol that they pulled it from, or I should say the design that they pulled it from. And of course that is a good thing, because Compound has been audited and proven at this point, so definitely a good thing that they're going to be using that. I'm sure with a few modifications, of course, as well. But of course, with the big difference being that Tectonic is actually sitting on Cronos, the big difference is going to be it's going to be done with a lot lower fees compared to some of the competition like Compound and Aave. Both very good protocols, by the way. I've known about them for quite a long time at this point, but with this one, you got the lower fees, and of course, Cronos being an extremely fast blockchain as well. So to answer the question again, Tectonic is a lending protocol. And so next, let's go over how to actually access it. And so their website, by the way, is Tectonic.co, in case anybody was curious. But the way to actually access it, besides the actual website, is to go through the Crypto.com DeFi app. And so once you actually get into the DeFi app, there's going to be a dApps button at the very bottom. You're going to go ahead and select that. And then Tectonic is actually going to be the very first option at the top there. And I'm actually going to be going over each of these dApps that the DeFi wallet has. So if you're not subscribed already, and you're into Cronos, Crypto.com, and Crow, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, because that's what we do on this channel after all. But I digress. And so after you actually hit that Tectonic button, then you're going to be able to pick whether you want to supply or borrow, because again, that's what the protocol actually does. And so like I said, the reason I didn't know about them before when I was going through that VVS video is because literally Tectonic just launched. And since they launched on December 23rd, 2021, they have gained an insane amount of traction in such a short amount of time. And actually, Chris Marzalak referenced that on his Twitter account when he set out a tweet on Twitter, go figure, about Tectonic being such a fast-growing dApp on Cronos. But since that tweet, they have now reached over $500 million of total value locked at this point, which is quite impressive in such that short amount of time. And like I had previously mentioned to you guys, they were incubated. Tectonic was incubated by Particle B, which is the kind of premium startup accelerator for the Cronos blockchain projects. Particle B, of course, also incubating VVS Finance, like I was previously mentioning in that last video there. And then after that, VVS Finance actually announced on their platform that they're going to be having a TONIC glitter mine and crystal farm as well, which is pretty cool. And by the way, if you haven't put the 2 and 2 together yet, yes, TONIC and VVS Finance have teamed up. So if you respect and appreciate VVS Finance, you're probably going to like Tectonic as well. Another cool thing that I just noticed a day or 2 ago is that TONIC is now listed on the Crypto.com app as well. Now, at the time of this video, at least, you can't buy and sell it through the app, but I'm sure that will be coming in the very near future, as VVS Finance did the same thing. It wasn't too much longer after they came out that they were actually listed on the Crypto.com app where you can buy it and sell it. It's listed right now, TONIC is, but you can't buy it and sell it just yet. But I can almost guarantee guarantee you that is coming in the very near future. And so if you want to keep up to date with Tonic at this point, you of course can follow them on Twitter. Their Twitter handle is TectonicFi, and of course, again, their website is tectonic.co. So now let's touch on the tokenomics a little bit, because it's very similar to, I guess, VVS Finance. It's such a high total supply, which makes it a little more interesting to most people in crypto, and most newcomers in crypto, I should put it that way. Kind of like Shiba Inu, I guess you could say, or all those Elon tokens that are out there more or less. And so total supply for Tonic is going to be 500 trillion. That's a big supply. Current circulating supply is actually coming in at 778 billion at the time of this video, at least. Price currently is coming in at 0.50 and then 124. There's no better way I can say that, really. Market cap is extremely low at this point, coming in at only 2.57 million, which is crazy. If you could find these small cap gems, if you think this is a small cap gem, and nothing in this video, by the way, is financial advice, but if you could really find a small cap gem, especially with a market cap of only 2 million, and it has that explosive potential to maybe match a Compound or an Aave, you are going to end up in a very good spot at the end of all of this. I can guarantee you that. So anyways, they did break down their tokenomics a little bit, so I'm going to go over that and put that on the screen here for you as well. Community incentives come in at 50.9% of the supply. The team is going to be allowed 23% of that supply. Network security and maintenance comes in at 13%. There is going to be an ecosystem reserve coming in at 13%, which is a little peace of mind, I guess you could say as well. And lastly, the most important thing, and what a lot of you are probably here for this video, is 0.1% is going to be given out in an airdrop to early adopters, more or less, which, by the way, essentially comes in at approximately 500 billion Tonic tokens. And here is how you're going to be eligible for that airdrop. And so the airdrop will go out to those holding VVS on Cronos. The snapshot is going to be taken at a randomly generated timestamp on or after January 18th of 2022. All eligible users will then be able to redeem Tonic on February 14th, 2022, Valentine's Day. Haha, I like how they did that. Via the Tectonic website, of course. And so, as far as the requirements go, minimum VVS held on Cronos public address is going to be 200,000 VVS, meaning you have to put your VVS in the DeFi wallet, more or less. So that's how you're going to go ahead and get that. But there are other options. Another option would be minimum VVS staked in the Glitter mine being 200,000 VVS as well, which is currently where my VVS is located, because I want to earn 400% on it, which of course makes sense. And of course, lastly, there's going to be some minimum requirements that are being staked or held in the crystal farm amounts as well. I'm just going to show those on the screen because they're a little too complicated to ramble off here. And so when it comes down to the equation regarding the amount of Tonic you're actually going to receive, it comes down to the number of VVS held by that particular Cronos address divided by the total number of VVS tokens held by all eligible Cronos addresses, including the staked and farmed amounts for VVS as well. And so while I am not exactly sure how much that is going to come out to be, because only Tonic knows that at this point, or Tectonic, I should say, I do know that I went ahead and put my VVS that was on the Cryptocom app into DeFi, because not only did I want to be eligible for this Tonic airdrop, but I also wanted to stake it and earn 400%, which of course fluctuates, but right now I think it's maybe at 340% or whatever, but still, that's a heck of a return to get back on VVS. So that is why I particularly staked my VVS. And by the way, I may be making a video on how to go about doing that, because I have a feeling a lot of people are now going to ask in the comment section, how do I get 400% on my VVS? Which makes sense. It only makes sense. But for that reason, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because we do cover everything crypto.com, Crow, and Cronos. Feel free to follow me on social media at the bottom of the screen on Twitter and TikTok and Facebook and Instagram at GoldPonyCrypto if you like. And I do appreciate you guys watching more than you know, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Stay gold.